Welcome back. The woman found guilty of murdering her husband with a hammer while he was sleeping will be back in court today.
Yeah, jurors will have to decide whether she should die for her crime. Here's the guilty verdict as it came down yesterday.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant as to count 1, first-degree murder, guilty. Signed, foreperson.
All right, there was never any question as to whether Marissa DeVault killed her husband. The question jurors had to decide was it a premeditated murder, like murder in the first degree, or was it self-defense?
Well, prosecutors argued that DeVault killed her husband, Dale Harrell, to collect $300,000 in insurance money to pay back her lover. DeVault claims she killed him in self-defense to stop years of abuse.
Anita Roman standing by live at Superior Court with a reaction to the verdict and what's ahead as far as her punishment is concerned. Anita?
Hey, good morning. What's ahead as far as the punishment? The jury returns today for the aggravating phase. That means they're going to decide whether Marissa DeVault gets the death penalty in this case. Joining me live this morning, attorney Brent Kleinman. First of all, the jury, you said, deliberated about 5 days. Was that a long period of time, short period of time, or just about right for this?
Well, when you have a first-degree murder trial, you always expect the jury can be out for a while. But some people began to believe once they spent the weekend at home thinking about this, that this would be a murder 2 verdict. But they came back on Monday, met, talked some more, and after lunch said murder 1 for Marissa DeVault.
So if they don't give her the death penalty, then what?
Then she would be sentenced to life in prison. But the aggravating factors that they need to prove with the death penalty are either that she did it for a monetary gain, which would be the life insurance proceeds, or that she did it in an especially cruel manner, which was the manner in which she killed her husband.
And you were talking about the cruelty part of this, meaning that he survived 30 days after the attack.
Well, that's a big picture in it, because the fact that he didn't die immediately, he spent 30 days in a hospital, in hospice, suffering through this. And the fact that he was able to know what happened to him prior to dying is going to be an aggravating factor that the state will be able to prove.
How long do you think it'll take them to decide?
Well, the state's going to put on their case, and the defense will put on any mitigating circumstances they believe why she shouldn't be put to death, and then the jury will have a chance to go over all this again. So the hearing of this should probably go about a week, maybe a little bit longer, and then the jury can be back as quick as 1 day.
It's hard not to compare this to last summer's Jodi Arias trial. Talk about either some of the differences, comparisons, and I guess how they ended so differently, or perhaps the same.
Well, right now they're in the same place, because the Jodi Arias trial came back with this same verdict, but the jury wasn't able to sentence her to death. So we'll see if this jury has 12 people that believe strongly enough in the death penalty and say death is the right sentence for Marissa DeVault.
All right, thanks for all that information. Jury returning to court today. We, of course, will continue to follow this trial throughout the week until a sentence is handed down. Back to you guys.
Okay.